What up, Dokkanners? There is a huge data download on the JP side of the game, not in the literal sense because it is 62 megabytes, but huge in the sense that we may have come across a huge new change that will change the very foundation of Dokkan Battle, not just JP, but Dokkan in general. So in this video, I want to discuss what is happening on the JP side of the game right now. As of me recording and posting this video, there could be still more info coming in, so if there's anything that I miss, or if there's any additional information that needs to be mentioned, I will drop all this stuff in the pinned comment, so definitely check out the pinned comment. But why are we looking at the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Well, it has to do with the counter. The counter, it looks like, is getting a major buff. So let's take a look at that first. We'll talk about everything else. Thank you for using Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Shout out to Luca Dokkan for translating this, by the way. In order to solve the phenomenon that the passive skill that nullifies the enemy's special move and counter attacks does not activate against enemies with evasion nullification skills, some skill specifications have been changed. If that doesn't make sense, allow me to elaborate. If there's a situation where an enemy like Broly on the red zone disables dodge, you can't counter. We aim to change that because they are aware that dodging and countering should be two different things. But based on the phraseology here, it is all tied in together, right? High chance to evade and counter. So if you disable the dodge portion, the countering doesn't occur, right? So they're hoping to change that. So let's take a look at what they're going to be doing here. So target characters would involve units like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Gamma 1, whoever this is. I don't know what this one is. Spirit that heats up. I can't remember who that is. Other characters with similar skills that are also eligible. So Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would be obviously on that list. So let's take a look. Change before. In a stage where an enemy with an evasion disabled skill appears, Broly, the passive skill that nullifies the enemy's special move and counterattacks was judged as evasion. So it cannot be activated against an enemy with an evasion disabled skill. So again, it's reiterating what we were talking about. A counter is first and foremost considered a dodge, which is why it never worked on a dodge disabling event. What are they going to do about it? Well, in accordance with the skill text, the specifications have been changed so that the... Okay, hopefully no bad words are here. In accordance with the skill text, the specifications have been changed so that the enemy's special move will be nullified. Now, this basically means that they are changing the very fundamental meaning of the counter situation. So they are going to be allowing you to still counter on a dodge disabled event. Now, if they are going to nullify nullification, then I think that's what disables a counter to its very core. So I think that's how I'm interpreting this. So super attack counters now work against bosses that cancel dodge. This is a monster buff for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Super counters are now nullifications. So they've changed the very identification for how the counter phenomenon works. High chance to evade should now become high chance to nullify and counter with tremendous power. So that way, the Broly Red Zone event will still continue to disable dodge. However, it will not reduce your shot at getting a counter in. That's how that's going to work. So if that is, in fact, going to be how this is going to be moving forward, all the counter units are back in play. The big discrepancy between the LR Tech Gods, the LR Super Saiyan 4s, was definitely the counter not being usable against Broly. So I think that this is going to re-spark some conversation amongst the Dokkan fanatics as to which unit is more highly coveted, I guess, in the red zones. But yeah, that is a big update here. So we're gonna have to wait and see when exactly this is going to be implemented. If it's gonna happen already right now, there should be some, I'm sure people will be talking about it and sharing it on social media. But I want to let you guys know about this right here. Now, that is just the tip of the iceberg. There's more stuff to report coming in here. But I will say that some of this counter stuff can already be identified in the coding. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because, I myself had a little bit of trouble understanding. But they basically simplified the counter code. So shout out to Thieving 6 here. What they basically did was they've redefined what it means to counter. So there are new causalities, new requirements to trigger the counter, and they've removed the effect that involves a dodge. So they removed efficacy, call, chance, dodge, counter, attack function. So you don't have to understand what programming means or anything, but basically it shows in the programming itself, it shows in the coding that that is exactly what they're doing. So it appears that the counter has been buffed. Lack of a better TLDR, if you're at this point wondering what the hell is Toon talking about, counter has been buffed. That is the takeaway you should be getting from this. Also, on the global side of the game, they have implemented a get is standby skill visible code, which basically means that the standby skill is now on global, and they are currently hiding it, and they will continue to hide it until it needs to be revealed sometime down the road. So this sort of further corroborates the notion that the new mechanic that's coming to global for Golden Week is going to be something involving a standby skill. So this is just sort of furthering that, and this was easily identified because of the JP data download. So now there's more. On top of all of this, there is even more. Support memories have been increased to 1,000 max. This is on the JP side of the game. Everything that I'm talking about from this point forward are on JP so far. They could be dropping on global during Golden Week, or they could be dropping on global eventually. But for right now, reels to use support memories have been increased to 1,000 instead of 500. So it used to be 200. Then it became 500. Now it's becoming 1,000. So that is a huge buff right there. On top of that, there's even more good stuff. They have added the support memory section in the main menu, so you can see that amongst all of the other different things there. And then they also provided all of the EZAs for the various support memories. So starting with the Tempura Whis, this gives you key +3 for 3 turns starting from turn 3. This Kid Icarus is a humongous buff because now at level 3 with the Extreme Z Awakening reels here, under 70% health, you will gain 15% heal and you will get 15% attack and defense for 1 turn. That is a very nice new support memory, and they're basically showing you the breakdown there. There's a couple more. For this one, the bonus drop increases to 85% for 1 turn, which, if I'm not mistaken, is on par with the Bulla. I think the Bulla support memory does basically that. Let me actually just pull this up real quick, because I'm pretty sure Bulla and Vegeta do that. Go down here. Yeah, chance of obtaining rewards go up to 85%. When this gets buffed, is this just going to become 100%? Because that would be pretty crazy, or maybe more than that. I don't know. So yeah, it is now on par with the Bulla, which is crazy because the Bulla costs 120. Actually, I don't know if there's any conversation or if we know that the cost is going to go up. I think the cost is going to remain the same. So at 70 reels, you're going to be getting 85%. So this now instantly becomes the much better option for bonus drops during any sort of free-to-play farming. But let's go over these. So 85% for the Oolong. Then we've got, for this one, I think it's 2 turns, ally and extreme class allies attack up by 20% when there's a super class enemy, whatever. Main thing is for 2 turns, attack plus 20%. Same thing for the super side. So all of these support memories are going up to level 3. So that is the start of the new support memory EZA wave. And the last bit of news on top of all of that, EZA Prime Battle Krillin is coming. So if there was any doubt before that a world tournament style Golden Week was coming up, I feel like this is pretty much the nail in the coffin, right? Because this basically confirms it's going to be something pertaining to Krillin. What matters with Krillin? Majin Buu Saga definitely has nothing to do with Krillin when it comes to that world tournament. The Cell games, I mean, Krillin was there, but he didn't do anything. So this basically just solidifies the theory that it is going to be the 23rd World Tournament from Dragon Ball. But this is huge because this has been a long time coming. How long have we been yearning, praying, waiting for this stupid guy to get an EZA? It's about time. So all of this is confirmed on the JP side of the game. Global has not received any word of this stuff yet. Whether it happens during Golden Week or not, eventually this will all drop on global, which is obviously the best thing here. So I am very happy with all of this stuff that's happening on JP. Obviously, the number one thing is the fact that the counter mechanic is being redefined and enhanced. So now you can take this, any countering unit into events where dodge is disabled, and still they will be able to counter. Of course, you got to be careful, because if the counter doesn't work, well, then you're in trouble. But I feel like there's going to be some very fun growing pains with that. But anyway, that is it for this JP data download news update. If there's anything else, like I said, if I have to clarify or if there's any additional information, I will put it all in the pinned comment, or my buddy Proton will clarify on anything that I might have missed. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this counter fundamental change that they're doing here. Are you excited? Does this make you want to use certain units? What is the number one counter unit that you have in your game right now that you want to now take on into the Broly red zone event, or whatever red zone or whatever stage that disables dodge or disables counter? Maybe the legendary Goku event. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know when I say more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.